Hello and welcome to Scientifically Speaking. Today we're going to be talking about a video from one of these DebateCon debates. DebateCon is where Christianity comes together with any other religion to debate each other's religion to try and come to an understanding about which one is true and which one isn't. Today we're looking at a video by Vocab Malone, street apologist. And the title is "This Atheist Wins the Worst Debate Behaviour Ever Award." But my video isn't about that. My video is about he gives the Christians a dare. He tempts him, and then believes he's won by saying that God can't be real because God isn't doing what the man has asked. So you'll understand as we go through, and I will tell you the logical, biblical answer to this, because what he's about to do is satanic, and you will find out exactly why it is satanic, what he's about to try and force on a Christian or a person of belief. Let's have a listen.
Signs of those who have believed, not just the apostles, those who have believed. They will drink deadly poison, and it will not harm them.
See, they will drink deadly poison and it will not harm them. Now, this is in the context of somebody trying to poison them. But this man doesn't realise that, and he's going to go on to make a satanic blunder.
It will not harm them. I have a device here that contains a substance, and it says it's extended life in it. It's not eternal life, but it's extended. Okay, but I gotta warn you, it also says harmful or fatal if swallowed. But Jesus has promised you, in his own words, his very own words, in his inerrant, infallible words, that these are the signs of those who have believed. This really is antifreeze. I do not recommend you drink it. I'm not going to drink it. I want to know, simple question which I would have asked, but I'll just ask it now. Is there anybody in the audience who will stand up for Jesus? Because he says if you deny him before men, he will deny you before your God.
So here's where it's getting satanic. He's now putting Jesus up as a straw man, as if Jesus is the problem here. I'm going to show you, with biblical terms, that this atheist is the problem. And because what he's saying is literally satanic from the Bible. The clever people in the audience know exactly what I'm going to say. But we'll keep going for a moment.
That's what he says. Now, they may want to say, oh, that's not what he really means, because religion depends on excuses, not results, right? Smallpox is gone. Why? Because science actually produces results.
So now he's gone into more straw men, so we really don't care about that. So basically he's saying nobody will take up the challenge to drink this poison, even though your God said that you could survive it. Let's just go back to when Satan tempted Jesus in the desert. He said to himself, Satan said to Jesus, after taking him to the top of the world, to the top of the temple, and said, I'll give you all this, all these lands, the whole world. Why don't you throw yourself down from the top of the temple? Because your God has given a command that says your foot will not even strike a stone. His angels will carry you. And Jesus turned around and said, do not put your God to the test. And that was the end of that. Tempting. You can't tempt somebody by telling them, but God said you'd survive. You see, because what God may do, as the three from the Old Testament, was it Daniel? Probably wasn't Daniel. They were put in the oven. 3 people went into the oven. But before they went in, they said, our God will save us. But if he does not save us from the flames, that's his decision. Because they were like, your God will save you. And he went, yeah, our God will save us. But he might not, because perhaps he doesn't want you to believe. So he's not going to keep me alive and prove himself to somebody that hates him. So then you go back to Jesus, who says, do not put your God to the test. Because Jesus knew, my God isn't going to prove himself to you. Because your heart isn't looking for answers. This man's heart isn't looking for answers. He believes he's right. He believes in satanic things of, you need to test your God. Whereas Jesus says, do not put your God to the test. So anytime somebody gives you this offer, you can tell them they are literally speaking Satan's words. Throw yourself down from the temple roof, because you won't die, because God said he would save you. And Jesus said, do not put your God to the test, which is also biblical. So if Jesus can just turn around and say, don't put your God to the test, so can you if a hateful person comes in with a false theology of how God works. You know, I'd like to say it's a straw man. He said one thing, it all burned up like, yeah, I'm correct, but he's not. Because Jesus himself said, do not put your God to the test. So don't give in to dares when somebody says, your God said. Because it's nonsense. Thanks very much. My name is Lee. I follow the Christ. And I hope that helped a few people who have heard this nonsense before and didn't know how to reply. Thanks a lot. Bye.